Hi guys, welcome back to My Psych Life. For this week's video, we're going to talk a little bit about accredited PsyD programs. Alright guys, so I have been wanting to make this video for quite some time. One of the banes of my existence is having discussions with people more often than not on Facebook, where people are debating the validity of online programs and people who go to schools that are not APA accredited. So here's my input on this. There are going to be people, of course, who tell you never, ever, ever do a program that's not APA accredited. Like, why would you, right? But then there are people who, like myself, don't have the luxury of going to a full-time brick and mortar program because I'm not, you know, in a position not to work. I have to work full-time. I'm also a mom. So that requires me to find a program that meets my needs. And right now, my needs require either an evening program or a program that is fully online. So guys, you remember that I posted a video early on in my YouTube career where I talked about, you know, picking your program. And one of the things that I talked about is finding a program that suited your needs. So I'm going to stand fast behind that decision. And here are some of the things that you need to do to ensure that at the end of the day, you're going to achieve your goal. Okay. For me, I wanted to make sure that I could sit for the EPPP and be on the licensure track. So I did my research, and the program that I go to isn't APA accredited. However, it is APA aligned. So all of the curriculum, all of the residency requirements, the internships, etc., are all aligned with APA standards. They just are not APA accredited. When I went for the school interview, one of the topics they addressed right away was why they're not APA accredited, and it made sense to me. I know that the schools have to jump through a ton of hoops. It's very expensive, and so, you know, I wasn't upset about that. They are accredited in other ways. They do have regional accreditation and some other accreditations, just depending on the type of program. Now, the other piece that they talked about during the interview phase was making sure that you check with your state licensure boards to ensure that the program aligned with licensure track. So for me, I live in the state of Illinois, and Illinois has 3 different options for attaining licensure. You guys will notice from what I show you that you don't only have the option of attending an APA accredited school. And I point this out, guys, to say that you need to just do your research. Don't allow the perspectives of others to guide your decision on whether or not you attend a school that is not APA accredited. I attended the APA virtual event this year. It was an amazing experience. I think it would have been awesome to go in person, but one of the benefits of it being virtual is that, one, they give everybody who attended the event a full year's access to every single workshop, conversation, everything. So you can go back and you can watch some of the things that were happening simultaneously, and you have access to listen to those talks. Second, I was able to participate in some conversations, as one of them had to do with obtaining an internship. So of course, guys, I'm attending a school that is not APA accredited. So I've been hearing from other therapists, other PsyDs, other psychologists, how you'll never get an internship, people frown upon it, blah, 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 right? So this talk that they had at the virtual APA event this year was actually geared around this very topic. And one of the things that they shared, which I want to share with you guys, is that yes, there are preferences for APA accredited schools. However, there are more internship openings than there are students. So what happens is you can bid for an APA internship, and what happens is the first round goes to those students who attend those APA accredited schools. Fair, that's their guideline, you know, what have you. But what happens after that is that they open up those internship slots to students who attend non-APA accredited schools, whether those are online programs or whether those are brick and mortar programs. So guys, the likelihood that you can obtain an internship is high as long as you are performing well academically and you interview well. So again, don't allow the perspectives and biases, because really that's what it is, of others to guide you in terms of picking a program that works best for your life. Don't put yourself out trying to please the masses. Do what you have to do in order to get where you're trying to go based on what your life requires at the time. Okay? There's always going to be people with elitist attitudes who feel like online programs are subservient to brick and mortar programs. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've done both. I've done both. I've been in hybrid programs because I have my associates, my bachelor's, and my master's. And I can tell you that I have learned more in most cases in my online classes than I have in my brick and mortar classes. And that's just me. Everybody's experience, everybody's perspective is going to be very different. A lot of what happens in online classes is that there's a big portion of the material that's self-taught. You have to be 100% dedicated to making sure you're doing the readings, doing the assignments, meeting all the criteria. You don't just get points handed to you. Now, with that being said, all programs are not good programs, right? There are schools who are degree mills. You have to make that determination and do that research on your own. At the end of the day, guys, who asks what program you go to when you're interviewing for that job or when you're opening up your private practice and seeing clients? What's most important is that you are properly trained, you have the right amount of knowledge in order to assist clients with their needs, okay? You guys, we go through so much from a residency perspective, practicum, internships. Those are all done under supervision, okay? So it's not like somebody can just go to school and then tomorrow open up a private practice. Guys, the last thing that I'm gonna say on this topic is people will also argue about for-profit and non-profit schools. Until education is 100% free, I don't see any place that's not for profit. Personal opinion. I'm gonna probably do a separate video on this whole argument about a not-for-profit school versus a for-profit school. But guys, again, where's education free? Yes, you can get a PhD and be fully funded. However, I just want to plant this seed for people. There are no PsyDs that are 100% fully funded. I have yet to find a PsyD that is partially funded. So until that happens, again, my personal opinion is that every school is for profit. So, guys, I hope the information that I shared here was super helpful for you. If you guys disagree, or if you want to have some banter about, you know, the significance of attending a brick and mortar program as opposed to going to an online program, or maybe you have some questions or what have you, I'm more than happy to answer those. Definitely drop those below and I'll be sure to record the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.